Good morning and welcome back. It's October 1st, the start of the spooky season. Fall is definitely in the air this past week. It's been a roller coaster of weather. It rained for a few days and then it warmed up to the 80s this past weekend. Today it's back down into the 60s and we'll be back up into the 80s again soon. My visitors have been busy and I haven't really seen the rabbit that much, but I'm pretty sure it moved its house just to a new spot over here in the front yard over there. But let's see what they've been up to, and I'll be back when the sun comes up. Alright, now that the sun's come up a little bit, look at this bird just landed right there. But now that the sun's come up a little bit, let me give you this update. I actually had the Blue Jays just see me coming out, so I'm going to put some peanuts down for them. They'll probably be there in a few minutes to get that. But let's get a look at this. Spooky decorations. This is the morning glories. Coming over here to the mugwort. That's doing pretty good. The cosmos down here are doing really good. The daylily right there. Here's the yellow daylilies right there. The white morning glories are doing really good. They're actually kind of climbing up into these lilacs. Those morning glories. And then check out my little things. I'll show a video what I had to do with this. I came out this morning to check on my plants and something came over and dug up the yellow daylily, the little hosta plant here, and then made a little hole over there. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of surgery and try to fix this. You can see the little tuber roots here, so I'm gonna just try to like take it out gently and replant it. So to prevent more animals from coming by and continuously digging at it, I just put some sticks here to kind of block them from going at it. But this is what the yellow daylilies look a few days later, and then the little hosta is right there. But these are the orange daylilies, the iris, that flower right there, and then this is the other hosta right there, that iris, the iris daylily. These ones over here. And then coming over here. You see the orange daylilies there. The poison ivy's pretty much died off at this point. Cosmos, the violets, columbine. This is a cardinal right here. It's actually doing really good since I deadheaded these. You can see where it starts forming the new growth on it after I deadheaded it. The iris is down here. And then I'll show you what I did with the morning glories and the lights. The Halloween lights. But while I'm here, I did, these are the strawberries from the backyard. I put them in the front, and then this flower right here started blooming. You can see that right there. So I put that one there, and then that plant from the backyard up here too. The iris is right here. Those cardinal plants. The calla lilies. This right here is the aster. You can see right here that this will be fully bloomed with these probably within the next week. The Japanese maple doing all right. These scarlet sages and the cosmos. And then here's a yellow daylily. I did cut all the lilies down. So the lilies here, and then the lilies over there. I cut those down. The scarlet sage. It's the cardinal, or the cosmos. And then I deadheaded some of these petunias. I'll show that. So my petunias are looking a little beat up, so I'm gonna deadhead them, and I'm gonna go through and pick out some of the dead pieces like this. They're just not connected to anything, so I'm just gonna take it out, just find any pieces that just aren't connected. Alright, so that should be good. And then to deadhead them, I'm just looking for the flower heads that are like this, that are already faded, and I'm just gonna deadhead it right there. So something like this. And I'm just gonna go around the plant and do it to each one. These ones right here are new flower heads, so I'm not gonna cut these. I'm looking for stuff like this and like this. So I'll be back after I'm done deadheading. So this is what they look like now, and you can see a lot of the new blooms coming up. That's what they look like. So those will be blooming soon. All the cosmos down here, the accidental corn, and this iris down here, that's a purple iris. And then this is the yellow rose, looking pretty good. These will all be open soon. The pink rose over here, looking pretty good. There's still a lot of new growth on it coming up. These lilies, I did the same thing. I cut those. The cosmos and the Gladyses right there. And then these daylilies too, or not daylily, morning glories too. You can see that they're blooming right here. Once again, every color except for blue. But let's go check on those backyard gardens. So moving back here to the grapes in the greenhouse. Let's see if anything's in here. Nope. So the grapes are dying off from the weather, the change in the weather. So it's okay. It's just a change in the weather. But the morning glories over here is actually starting to bloom. And if you can see it, it's purple. And these morning glories that I've been growing all summer are growing every color except for blue, the color that they're supposed to be. But these ones should be blooming pretty soon. You can kind of see them all throughout here. Coming in here. And the strawberries doing just fine over here. Alright, let's go check out the garden beds. So coming back here to the garden beds, and they're looking a little messy, but that's just because of the fall weather. So that's the watermelon. This is the blueberry. There's actually some new growth happening on it. That's the strawberry. It's actually grown quite a bit in the past few weeks. That's the other strawberry. Here's the other blueberry. The grape here. Same thing with this grape like the other ones. It pretty much stopped growing and the leaves are going to start changing colors. So that's that grape. The pumpkin over here, or the pumpkin patch, is pretty much dying off. All the growth from like the previous weeks are pretty much fading off. Over here, see if there's any new flowers. Going down there. Alright, that's the backyard update. Let's get that daily dose of duck. And today's duck of the day is the skeleton duck. Have a good day, everybody, and thanks for watching.